how how do you land brands? You could have brands reach out to you on your email, which is awesome. You could use YouTube Brand Connect, which is awesome. You could have brands reach out to you on Instagram, or you could reach out to brands as well. You could have an agency. You could go to conferences and network your way into brand deals. Those are all awesome, and I do those every single week. But what sets us apart with my YouTube channel, what our secret sauce is, something that Haley talks about all the time, and something that you guys should all be taking advantage of, even as YouTube creators, is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is such a powerful tool as YouTubers to be able to connect on a B2B side of things. YouTube is kind of a B2C platform. You're creating content for a massive audience, but the people that pay you are advertisers when it comes to brand deals. And so where do you find those advertisers? B2B platforms like LinkedIn. Let's go. That's awesome, Davidson. That's super cool. And so if you're making $0 on YouTube right now, or if you want to make an additional $10,000 per month, I can't promise it, but I can tell you that it worked for me. Here's how you can go from 0 to $10,000 per month on your YouTube channel by using LinkedIn to get brand deals. Before you do anything on LinkedIn, the most important thing you could have is your LinkedIn landing page, as I call it. And that's pretty much just what you see if people click on your name, your profile picture, your banner. Here's an example of an incredible creator who has a pretty pop in LinkedIn, Sophie Miller. She has a nice vibe. You can kind of tell just by looking at it for 1 second, the kind of aesthetic that she creates with. And then on the right-hand side, she has some brands that she's worked with, like Adobe or Canva, and then even some publications she's been featured in to kind of create that trust. I highly recommend this. I'm sure everyone here has at least worked with, if you're a creator that's been doing this for a while, you've worked with at least one really cool brand that you could put on your banner to kind of flex, or you've been featured in some publications. Put them on here. What if you already have a profile for your day job? It's a great question. Yeah, I think you could create a second profile. I would just put everything in the same one, and I would hope your employer would love that, to see that you also are a YouTube creator on the side, and they're kind of getting some free marketing maybe if you talk about your day job. Um, but yeah, I would say LinkedIn is a media kit. Actually, that's a great question. These are really good questions. I think we're going to dive in at the end with some Q&A after these slides. If you're a creator but also a freelancer, you could do this. You could have kind of what you do. Top e-commerce email marketer, sent over 1 billion emails, attributing $100 million in email revenue. That's incredible. If you need e-commerce email help, you're probably going to reach out to Chase. If you're a business owner and you use YouTube to help with that, put what your business does. Anthony's business helps founders market hard-to-market products. That's interesting. If I have a hard-to-market product, I'm probably going to reach out to Anthony. If you're in sales or marketing, this is if maybe your day job is sales or marketing and you want to get more clients, even you could use LinkedIn for that. It's an incredible tool. This is one of my favorite profiles. Nicholas Cole is a incredible YouTuber. My girlfriend actually edits for him, and she has a full-time job editing for another YouTuber, which is just crazy to think about. But Nicholas has an incredible LinkedIn, and he says he gets so many clients, not just on YouTube, but also via LinkedIn. So it's an incredible tool, not just for landing brand deals, but also for helping you grow your business. Feel free to scan this QR code. I put together a Loom video on how you can get that little LinkedIn top voice thing where it says top writing voice. It's actually very easy to get. It just takes about an hour of your time. I've had top social media voice, top marketing voice in the past. You just have to do a few articles. It's actually kind of fun. So if you're interested in getting LinkedIn top voice, feel free to scan the QR code right now to do that. No problem, Edwin. All right, so this is my LinkedIn profile picture. I put some of the brands I've worked with before, like Gatorade, the LA Dodgers, and Disney Plus. The goal of that: build social proof. Brands want to invest in you, and they want to invest in you if it's going to be not risky for them. They don't want to have a risky investment. So by creating as much trust, as much social proof, so that in their minds they're de-risking their investment into you, is huge. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, I could maybe send that out, that link later, maybe over email. I also have some more social proof. Sports creator with 1 billion social media views. So usually I'm doing a lot of outreach on LinkedIn, and so people are going to read that first line and they're going to be like, who the heck is Justin Lusner? And they know, okay, well, he's a sports creator with 1 billion social media views. That's interesting. Maybe I want to learn more. And then I also put the type of content that we create. We create content for 30 million per month Gen Z sports fans. That's our total average viewership on YouTube and all the other platforms combined. And that also creates trust and social proof. Pro tip, put your email in your bio, just like any other platform. We actually had NASCAR reach out to us yesterday, and they found my email on LinkedIn, and I didn't even know who they were. And now we might be doing a brand deal with NASCAR, which is incredible, and all because I put my email in my bio. So I highly recommend that. Any brands yet, I would recommend to do free work. So that Gatorade deal that you guys saw, we got that within 6 months of launching our channel when we only had, I think, 30,000 followers online. Gatorade reached out to us and they said, hey, we need help. We are coming to your city. We need people to help promote Gatorade for this big sporting event that's going on. Would you be interested in hosting a table downtown to hand out Gatorade videos? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no, like I'm a YouTube creator. I don't want to like be doing a tabling event. I'm an introverted guy. I'm not trying to just be out, for a few hours pouring out Gatorade bottles. But then I thought, wait a sec. If I do this free work and do it really well, and they love it and they get great results, then they're going to trust me. Then they're going to like working with me. Then maybe once I grow my channel a little bit, I could work with them on a brand deal capacity. I mean, it's Gatorade, the biggest sports advertiser in the world outside of Nike. And so that's what we did. We did the event. We crushed it. We had the record for the most bottles given out in 1 month. And guess what? We did a brand deal with them. And it's 12-month deal. It was a 12-month contract, the highest paid brand we've ever had. It basically funded our whole business and funded our team for a year, all because I said no to my pride and did the free work. So yeah, just a kind of a lesson. If you don't have any brands yet, do free work and use that case study to get more paid work down the line. After you work with a brand, be like, hey, honestly, did you like working with us? Was it fun? Was it stressful? Was it annoying? Did you guys get the results you wanted? If they said it was awesome, ask for like a 3 to 4 sentence review and put that in your media kit. Put that on your website. Put that on your LinkedIn. Post about it. If, say, you were working for them for free, if they were happy, be like, hey, would love to give you 50% off what I normally would charge. Even if you've never charged another brand, just make up a number and say, I'll give you 50% off. And say, we'd love to continue with you because I love working with you. If for some reason they're not happy, ask them why. Keep asking why. Really dig in to understand why you didn't do a good job for them so that it doesn't happen again, so that you have only successful partnerships after that. These are some examples of that. So the Paragon Marketing Group, that was the brand that did the Gatorade deal with us. We asked them for a review. They gave us an incredible testimony, and we've been able to put that everywhere on our website, on our media kit, on our LinkedIn. And that's resulted in so many other brand deals because that was one of the first that we ever got. Like I said, post, maybe if you have a good case study with a brand and you make a mini media kit about it. We made this Canva deck on the bottom in 4 minutes, and we posted about it on LinkedIn, talking about one of our partnerships with Team Whistle. And that went out to our thousands of LinkedIn followers, and that resulted in more leads coming in because they saw an example of what we can do. That's usually the issue with marketers, is they don't understand exactly what we do or what we can do for them unless they've done influencer marketing. And so a lot of times we have to educate why social media marketing is valuable, the results, the KPIs, the numbers that derive from it. And by posting about it on LinkedIn, that can create that trust, like I said earlier. This is a term that I love. It's called build in public. So every time I do something cool, I post about it on LinkedIn. So we partnered with the Charlotte Hornets, posted about it on LinkedIn. The Gatorade partnership that I was talking about, I told the story of it. I said, I think this was the most action-packed day in today's sports history. 3 a.m., and then I just walk by the entire 24-hour day, hour by hour of all the crazy things we did. And now when a brand sees this, they're going to be like, these guys are hard workers. They worked with Gatorade. They're willing to get up at 3 a.m. for a content shoot. Also, this post got 158 likes and 29 comments. Clearly, this guy is trustworthy. And so I would highly recommend tell stories on LinkedIn. This is me documenting our journey of which thumbnail we picked for a YouTube long form video and how we have pivoted our content a little bit. Just telling the story, letting the LinkedIn audience in behind the scenes. That's going to incentivize brands to get bought into your story, to fall in love with you as a creator from a business perspective. And ultimately that results in more trust. So build in public on LinkedIn. It's going to result in community building as well as accountability. Now I'm thinking every week, oh man, I got to do something kind of cool to post about on LinkedIn, or else maybe I won't get as many brand deals, or anytime that I think about quitting, I'm like, well, what is my LinkedIn community going to think? What are my friends going to think? What is my creator community going to think? What is my audience on YouTube going to think? There's that level of accountability that I'm sure maybe some of you guys have felt before. All right, trivia. If you know LinkedIn, put your answer here in the chat. LinkedIn users love engaging with two types of content: data, ROI, achievements. Yes, achievements. Yes, 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 and storytelling. Dang, let's go. You guys crushed it. LinkedIn users love achievements and storytelling. So if you can do those two things, your posts will do well. Here's an example of that. Whenever you get your YouTube play button, post about it. That stuff does so well on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube community page, or tell a story of a long form video. That's literally my thumbnail on the right, and I just told the story of us making a long form video, and it got 12,000 impressions on LinkedIn. And we talked about how we promoted a brand and how successful the brand partnership was. Now we can use that post as kind of like a media kit, if that makes sense. Last thing, and this is something that a lot of people do in traditional business, but not really in the creator economy. If you work with a brand that loves working with you, ask for a referral and be like, hey, I'll give you 1 month free of working for us. I'll give you, or 3 videos free or whatever, if you can connect me with another brand just like you. Increase your pricing. Every month you should be increasing your pricing, assuming your views and subscribers go up, your pricing should increase as well. Literally, like, I would say $500 a month. Your pricing should increase, assuming you continue to increase your views and subscribers. Always ask for testimonials so that you put them in your media kit, put them on your website. Always ask questions to these brands to keep a finger on the pulse of what marketers are looking for. A year ago, it was very different than what they're looking for right now. It seems like right now they're looking for a lot more paid media where they could attribute ROAS to it. Maybe that's because we're in a little bit of a recession. Last year, they were very impressions heavy. That's just in the sports market. It might be different for you, but ask questions, understand what they really care about. I always say this. What is the dream outcome of working with me, Gatorade? NBA. What's the dream 1 year from now? Say we work together. NBA. What do you wish happened in that year? Ask those types of questions to see what do they really care about. They might say they want views, but they might actually want sales. And so just ask why and figure out what they really want. And then finally, this is my favorite pro tip. Post at least once a week on LinkedIn. Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern seems to be the best time. It's just like YouTube. Consistency wins. But not like short form video. Post about the behind the scenes and talk about you building a YouTube channel and what that looks like. Let people in on that. That's a very interesting story. It might seem boring to you. It's very interesting to the whole world. They want to read about that. They think it's so cool, and that's going to result in more brand deals. And scale accordingly. Final step, and this is the secret sauce right here. You have a brand in mind, so that whatever brand you wrote in the beginning, I saw. I remember there was Adobe, I think CapCut, Crunchyroll, Old Navy, Patagonia, Barnes & Noble, Microsoft, Under Armour, Apple, Food Network, Prize Picks, Target, Young LA. Go on LinkedIn, type in that brand, click on the People tab once you click on the company, and then sort by, type in right here, the Search Employees section. Type in influencer, type in marketing, type in CMO. One by one, type in these different buzzwords, and there's going to be profiles that pop up. And it's going to be those that are responsible for these ad budgets. Those are the people deciding how much they're going to pay you. Then reach out to them. Send 20 messages per company. You'll probably get 1 or 2 replies, depending on how good your outreach is, which is awesome. Now you're talking to the brand, and you can have a conversation with them, and you have some questions. You can hop on a Zoom call. You can get their email. You know how hard that is to do, but it's made very easy by LinkedIn. Here's an example of us working with the Philadelphia 76ers, my favorite sports team in the whole world. Yes, Jenna, this is exactly it. So we reached out to everyone that had social media or PR or content in their LinkedIn. We clicked on connect, and then we clicked on add a note. And you get, I think, 200 characters to add a note, and it's a cold message that they're going to see. Don't use LinkedIn InMail. That's not good. Use the kind of organic outreach and say, hey, I have some examples later, but just say, hey, I'm a massive Sixers fan. I'd love to help you guys reach that Gen Z audience on social media. We have over 1.2 million followers, and we average 30 million views per month. Are you looking for creators to promote the upcoming games? ? And then just send it and copy and paste that message and send it to all 20 people that work in the social media department, and you'll probably get 1 or 2 replies. Here's a successful answer. This is Rob. He's my executive assistant. So he did it on my LinkedIn and then took over from there. He said, this is Rob from LinkedIn. We chatted about some access for our brand to create content at a Sixers game. Let me know if that's possible. Yes, it is. And he gave us some free tickets, and now we're talking about a paid partnership. It's that simple. Here's some other examples of us working with the LA Dodgers and the Harlem Globetrotters. Again, I reached out to 20 people on both of these teams. This is just the one person that responded, so it's a numbers game. I said, hey, Janet, I'm moving to LA from June to August. I'd love to showcase the Dodgers experience on my social media. And then a simple yes or no question. Do you guys have an influencer program? Turns out they do. So we got 4 tickets right behind home plate. It was an incredible game. We made an awesome video, made money on it. Fantastic. Harlem Globetrotters, same thing. Hey, you guys are coming to our hometown of State College, Pennsylvania on February 26th. It's a perfect fit for our 500,000 followers on social media. He said, let's talk. We'd love to learn more. And now, this was in November. It's now May. We're talking about a 1-year partnership, a paid partnership. It's really that simple. Hey, let's go. If you have a B2B service business or you're a freelancer, this also works. So I used to edit YouTube videos as a freelance editor. And I reached out to this guy, Christian, who commented on one of my client Jeff's posts and said, hey, I'd love to connect with you and see if there's any way I can help you guys with your social media and marketing. I leveraged one of his friends' names as a point of trust. And then I later told him, like, hey, we actually work with Jeff. We helped his YouTube channel go from 4,000 subscribers to 400,000 subscribers in 1 year. We'd love to do the same for you. And then we got on a Zoom call, and the rest was history. We ended up working together for 6 months on a paid retainer. Again, it's a numbers game. I'm not showing you all 20 messages that got ignored, but these are the 1 out of 20 that will result in something. So 20 messages per brand. So find 20 people at each company that you want to work in partnership with and reach out to 20 of them. So you could reach out to 10 different brands every week, 20 people per brand, and you're probably going to get a couple good responses. Use bullets and lists as much as possible. People love that. It's just like writing emails. If you're subscribed to email newsletters, make it look pretty. Use the enter hack, which is when you hit the enter button twice to create like a space in between each line, just to make things easier to read. Flags it as AI, but use them naturally. Don't use ChatGPT. People can tell. Type it yourself, but splice some emojis there when it makes sense. This QR code might also be bugged, but I put together 29 of my favorite LinkedIn posting secrets for you guys, because why not? You can scan the QR code to get that. It's just a link to my Notion. There's no, like, you don't have to sign up for anything. I think it literally just goes right to the Notion or a type form to unlock it. But like, I have nothing to sell you. I don't have a newsletter. I used to, not anymore. Literally just free value, because I'm just so appreciative of Haley and you guys having me today. Method, in just 2.5 years of being a creator on this channel, Basketball Today and Today's Sports, we worked with some of the biggest names, all sports. We just partnered with the NBA this week. So if you go on the NBA Instagram, our videos are there. We did some collab posts with them. Incredible. Same with and that's all just by posting on LinkedIn and reaching out to people on LinkedIn. Literally the NBA deal, I reached out to a guy that works for the NBA in November, and now 7 months later, we're doing a partnership with them. It's crazy. It takes time, but it works. And what's the reason we all do YouTube? It's our dream. It's what we love. We want to live out our dream. And I've been so blessed to do that and work with my best friends and be able to build this channel. And LinkedIn and YouTube have been huge in being able to fund that dream. And so if that's still a dream for you, or if you're living the dream, just take a moment to be like, wow, what a life we live. We get to make videos, and how awesome that is.